Jade Raymond announces that she's working on a new IP for PlayStation with her new studio.
Oh, don't mind me, folks. I slept rather well, but I haven't showered. I've given myself a Miami Vice 1980s stubble. I look rather sexy, don't you think? Of course, apart from the self-deprecating humor right here, this video is about Jade Raymond. When I talk about her, you're going to be thinking, who is that chick? Well, back in the day when I was getting into video games, I'm going to say around 2004, her name eventually came up when she was the headlining act for a brand new video game from Ubisoft called Assassin's Creed. This is the chick who oversaw the production of that game in 2007. Incredible!
For those of you who haven't heard of Assassin's Creed, it's the brand new franchise being developed at the Ubisoft Montreal studio tonight. But if you enjoyed that, then you'll be able to experience this very soon when Assassin's Creed hits store shelves this November 2007.
And now, while Jade is immensely proud of the work she did on Assassin's Creed, she wasn't so proud about Fairgames, that ridiculous, never seen, very little, seldom talked about video game from Sony. Now, I've got another video coming out later on regarding another Sony game that's going to be doom and gloom. Of course, that's going to be Marathon. So, Fairgames, which probably has about $400 million pumped into it and has failed catastrophically, by the way, this week with some secret gameplay that not me or not you has ever seen. Maybe it might leak because Sony's famous for the leaks, right? It's going to be the nuke #2 for Sony after Concord. I mean, it gets so glorious. Now, this is not going to be a video where I say, oh, because a woman is helming a video game, that's why it failed. Nothing to do with that. That's a silly argument in most cases. But in this case, because Jade Raymond is immensely talented, I wonder, why did she suddenly pack her bags and leave? Did she bow down to DEI? Was she forced to comply with Sony's abhorrent practices of what they do to their new employees? Not the old guard of back then when Naughty Dog had Amy Hennig, you had Jack and Daxter, Legacy of Kain, the Uncharted games, right? None of that stuff. No, this is a brand new Sony headlined by Neil Cuckman, who is going to give us nuke #4 in Intergalactic. Oh no folks, the Fairgames might be like the Batgirl movie that was to star Leslie Grace and was now buried in the inner depths of Warner Brothers by being burnt alive. So I actually do think that this might be another very expensive write-off for Sony. And do you know what? They totally deserve it.
Yes, hallelujah. It's the video show. And now, the man the BBC calls
Jason King on Kung Fu Hot Dog.
Jade Raymond is a very attractive, talented female video game developer. But I do wonder what her issue is with staying at one company, then moving on to another company and everything else. What crimes against humanity has Jade given us?
I am here with the infamous Jade Raymond, and we all love you at EP, of course, and we wish that you weren't so busy with Assassin's Creed because we never get to see you anymore.
I know, it makes me sad. It's like working with EP is so much fun.
Interestingly enough, from 1998 to 2000, she was a lead software engineer at Sony Online Entertainment. And then in 2002, for 2 years, she was with Electronic Farts, a senior producer at their corporation, board member for WIFT, which empowers women to be successful in their screen-based media careers.
Hello, I'm Anna, your automated natural...
And here we we go. 5 years at Ubisoft, Montreal, Canada, developing a new IP within that studios, which would lead to the creation of the Assassin's Creed franchise. Amazing, isn't it? And they say that women can't actually sit down and make up a good male character. Well, there you go. She gave us Altair, so good for her, man. Now, here we go. From 2015 to 2018, the group general manager at SVP Studios or Motive Studios, PopCap, Vancouver, and Star Wars. A board member at C2 Montreal. So you kind of see there's a bit of a pattern here where she stays at one place, then goes to another and another. And from March 2019 to 2021, 2 years and 1 month, she became the vice president and head of games and entertainment at Google. Now, boys and girls, think about her time at Google in the 2 years and 1 month I mentioned. What handheld device did she give to us in that time? That's right, the Google Stadia.
Okay, so you're wondering, what exactly is Stadia?
I don't give a shit! I don't give a shit!
Which, if you want to buy right now, costs around £59. Now, this device was very interesting because it claimed to be the forerunner, that it actually killed things around it like the PlayStation Vita and maybe any other handheld device like maybe this Nintendo DS. I'm just spitballing that. I'm absolutely kidding. Of course it did not kill those consoles, those handheld versions. But what was very interesting was that the Stadia laid claim to the fact that if you're on a plane, a train, a boat, you could just get this device, get a great online connection, and that was always the problem, and you can download games that you had to purchase to play on the system. It wasn't a subscription service. You could play up to 4K.
And since it's powered by Google's data centers, your games can run at premium specs, up to 4K resolution and 60 frames per second.
I remember watching videos at the time that said people tried to do this, had poor internet connection. Back in 2018, folks, internet connectivity wasn't as good as it is now. There was still glitches in the system. It was still a rage against the machine, right? So it was quite funny that people, and especially the Stadia marketing, which is very terrible, by the way. You had to buy the Chromecast, the handheld device, a 3-month subscription as well. And it's like, hey, if you want to download the games, your favorite games, and you want to play them, you have to pay for them as well. It wasn't like you can actually go on a subscription and then find the game you wanted and download that like you can now, obviously. And it's really funny because when you look at what Stadia did to actually kick itself in the nuts, it was all about poor marketing. It was all about the fact that Google themselves were not even a trusted company then. They did not want to pay AAA video game studios to develop games for them. Apparently Hideo Kojima wanted to actually bring a game over to that handheld device, but because it was a single player experience, Google said, no thanks, Hideo. Next, please.
Is this you?
Yeah.
That is really a good likeness.
The actual Stadia, I don't have anything completely against it. I thought it was an interesting device at the time, and I was just wondering if it was going to change the landscape of gaming. Quite clearly, that did not happen. Again, the concept of having to pay for a physical copy of the game or an online version of it just to actually then download it and play it on top of your internet subscription is just so laughable to me. Again, Google runs the internet, don't they? Or maybe somebody else does. Which now brings me to Fairgames. I've done a couple of videos about this on my channel. It just looks awful. Apparently they actually ran some sort of a beta test this week or last week, and the reception was terrible. Nobody liked it. On the back of that, that's why Jade Raymond stepped down. If you think I'm the king of bad puns, well, Haven Studios, founded by Jade Raymond, do you know why she calls it that? Because Are you ready for this? Lucas Hood, are you ready for this, sir? Because she wanted it to be a haven for players and for employers. A safe haven. It didn't work out for you, did it, Miss Raymond? What a shame. Because I don't think you're a terrible person. I actually quite like you. I mean, again, you are very attractive, and that obviously helps.
Splinter Cell is being led out of the Toronto studio, and we're doing the single player campaign, but we're also doing the back-end support for multiplayer, co-op, and all of that stuff. We have a new economy system, full customization, a lot of really cool new features in Splinter Cell, and also bringing back the favorites in a new and innovative way.
And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to games preservation, it's not just the art of appreciating video games, but the people like Amy Hennig, like Jade Raymond, who have given really great interviews in the past, have made a contribution to the art of making video games and being so impassioned about them. So when I littered this absolutely bombastic video with various clips of Ms. Raymond waxing lyrically about Assassin's Creed, preserve it. Embed it in your memory, burn it like it's going out of fashion. Now, I've got to say, ladies and gentlemen, that this whole talk about fair games, it's gonna be, well, an unfair game because no one's gonna ever play it. It's gonna get the Batgirl treatment. Leslie Grace, Warner Brothers, remember how they brought in those brothers, Abdul Falah and whatever, and they made this film, then a few months later, a mysterious fire hit the Warner Brothers lot and incinerated that film, and hopefully every other dire DEI project Warner Brothers has up its sleeve and had up their sleeve back at the time. So I do wish Miss Raymond the best in her retirement. She might as well give up the ghost. Again, I like her. I don't have a problem with her. Again, she's a bit of a nomad, going from one place to another. I mean, she spent 10 years and 5 months, roughly, at Ubisoft Studios. She obviously had a passion for the Assassin's Creed franchise. So what went wrong? Again, I've not heard any stories that she's someone that you fear in a video game. There are no allegations that I'm aware of that's been brought against her or her bringing allegations against other people that work around her. I don't think so. Again, I'm a conspiracy theorist without my tinfoil hat today because I'm a big old baboon. Ooh, 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 the funky gibbon. But that's it, folks. If you enjoyed this video today and the very sad, woeful demise of Fairgames, again, I'm going to run that trailer for you while I'm talking over this in portions because quite clearly this game was DOA from the start. And I think, like Hollywood, that is trying to attempt to bring some originality again into entertainment. Again, I've been watching the Andor series on Disney Plus, and the first 2 episodes had some nice moments in them. I'm going to continue to watch it because apparently, since can you just listen, camera, I'm going to talk to you later on because I don't know why you're zooming in on my nether regions because, listen, I like to boast, but not that much. But anyway, folks, like I was saying, Andor so far has been okay. First 2 episodes have kind of grabbed me somewhat. I know in the second season, like episodes 4 till 6 are incredible, and I cannot wait to get there. But on that one, folks, if you enjoyed this video today, make sure you leave a like, smash that subscribe button, and more importantly, folks, give me your thoughts, your feelings about Jade Raymond. Do you think she's a bit of a mare? You don't like her contribution to the Assassin's Creed franchise when it was based as hell? And the Stadia, do you own one? Do you plan to sell it? Do you keep it as a museum piece like I do with Concord right over here? But on that one, folks, if I were you and if you were me, you should definitely return for the next video. And over to you, Miss Jade Raymond, for your final word.
And the other one, who is a professor at Oxford, who specializes in the Third Crusade in the specific year that our game takes place. He actually wrote a book about the year of 1191, and they reviewed the script for accuracy. They also reviewed the art direction, videos of in-game, and it's been really cool to get their feedback. They're impressed, and I mean, hopefully people who are into that kind of detail will appreciate it too. If not, well, it's, you know, it's all right. There's still good action in the game.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. Dream of me. I'll make your dreams come true. Everything's possible with me.